Here's what nobody's telling you about autoimmunity, but I will. If doctors and medications were the answer to healing your autoimmune condition, you'd already be healed by now. But you're not, are you? You're probably still struggling with joint pain, migraines, eczema, and other rashes. Digestive issues, brain fog, fatigue, right? And here's the thing. Here's the other thing. If saving recipes on Pinterest and saving cooking videos on Instagram and having all of the meal plans and recipes and cooking skills in the world was enough to help you use anti-inflammatory food as medicine consistently enough to actually heal autoimmunity, you'd already be healed by now. But that's not what's required, okay? And there's proof of this because look, I have registered dietitians and trained chefs in my autoimmune edible Rx course and coaching program. Why do you think that is? Because the top two things that most people struggle with when they try to adapt a new lifestyle in order to heal themselves internally is consistency and mindset. The two go hand in hand. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to be consistent enough on using anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle as medicine to actually heal, right? Because you can't just do it once in a while when you have the time, energy, and headspace for it. You have to figure out how to build it into your daily routine, and that requires having the right mindset. And here's why it's so important to stop waiting to get started, because there's 4 stages of disease. Once you hit that last stage, it's called irreversible damage, okay? If you wait so long to start, guess what happens? Especially if you have like a tissue-specific condition like Hashimoto's or celiac or Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, right? Because what happens is your immune system is attacking specific tissues in your body, right? And if you wait too long to get started, what happens is you're going to have so much damage to those specific organs that you cannot reverse it. And that's what you don't want. You want to start when you have symptoms. You want to start when you actually still have a thyroid, right? Because food cannot recreate a thyroid for you, right? You don't want to get to the point where you have irreversible damage. So that's the most important reason why you've got to start working on your mindset today. Food is medicine. You have to use it consistently enough though, in order to make it work. It cannot be once in a while here and there when you have the time and energy for it. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be 100% perfect all the time though, right? You can get a frozen burrito from the freezer aisle at the grocery store, stock that in your freezer if you want to for ultra busy days. Fine. No problem. What you do every day is more important than what you do once in a while. And what I teach is if you can keep 80 to 90% of your diet flare-free foods, right? Gluten, dairy, sugar, corn, soy, peanut-free, and anti-inflammatory, meaning we're not cooking with seed oils, highly refined, hydrogenated, partially hydrogenated nut and seed oils at home, right? We're using olive oil, avocado oil, organic grass-fed ghee, right? If you're using a sugar replacement, it's a high quality, low glycemic sugar replacement like stevia or monk fruit, right? Or allulose powder. If you're using gluten and dairy replacements, they're high quality, low glycemic replacements, right? Things that don't have a ton of additives, thickeners, high glycemic refined flours like white rice flour, etc., right? And I teach you guys all of this inside of my course and coaching program. I have a whole free guide on my website, cheflaurarodriguez.com. It's called Chef Laura's Anti-Inflammatory Diet and Lifestyle Guide. It'll actually give you a list of foods to eat and to avoid. But the most important thing, the one thing that I see most people inside my community struggling with, and probably the reason why you're here, yes, it's important to know what to eat. It's important to have the recipes that you can try. I have tons of those on my website, cheflaurarodriguez.com/blog. You can see free recipes there. And hopefully once we move to Italy and I have more time freedom, I will be able to put out at least one delicious, comforting, healing recipe video every single week. That's my goal for you guys. But for right now, there's tons of free recipes on my blog. And inside the course and coaching program, there's over 400 recipes. There's cooking classes. There's meal prep classes. There's so much there for you guys. But yeah, the number one thing that I see is people are not in the right mindset to get started, or they're not in the right mindset to stay consistent. And that is very important if you want to be successful at this and get to the point where you're preventing entering that last stage of disease, which is irreversible damage. And they don't have the community support and the accountability support that they need. Now, you need someone to help you. You need someone to hold you accountable so that you can actually show up for yourself. Order groceries, cook the recipes, right? Because how many times do we buy stuff when we feel motivated and then we let it rot in the back of the fridge? Okay. We know that happens all the time. Very easy, very common, happens to me too. But you also need something to motivate you to hold yourself accountable, because I cannot be there to put the food in your mouth. I've had clients who actually hire me as their personal chef, and they still hit up the drive-thru on the way home from work because their life is so stressful, and that's how they know how to, self-soothe, and they let the healthy meals go to waste. So even if you had a personal chef, that's not enough for you to stay consistent. You have to have the right mindset, and you have something to motivate you to hold yourself accountable, to actually follow through. I've had students who join my meal prep solution course and forget to take their meal prep to work. So then they're out eating, Starbucks, or they're grabbing a donut that's in the office for the rest of the staff. And that's why inside my program, every single month, I give away $25 of free grocery money to one lucky winner out of all of the people that participate in our weekly accountability challenges. Because you need someone to hold you accountable, but you also need something to motivate you to hold yourself accountable. And money always works. So if you've been interested in learning more about my course and coaching program, or experiencing my coaching live, stay tuned, follow my page, hit the little bell notification at the top right of my page so that you don't miss out, because I'm going to be hosting a free live 2-week workshop where you will get to work one-on-one with me, well, in a group, but you get to have your questions answered. You get to get real life coaching in real time. You get resources that I only give to my students that you can actually start to use to put these coaching topics and these life practices into action in your real life. And when you participate in the coaching and you submit your homework, you're actually going to be entered to win one of 3 prizes at the end of the challenge. It's not a challenge, it's a workshop. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be wildly beneficial for you. It's going to be transformative, and it can really help you kickstart your journey to actually making a difference in your life, getting off that roller coaster ride of food-driven autoimmune flare-ups. Stop this chronic cycle of pain and misery and trying to throw every prescription that you can at it and going from doctor to doctor to find somebody to fix you. It's time for you to fix yourself. And it's going to be happening the second week of July. It's going to be 2 Saturdays in a row. I'm going to offer it at 2 separate times. So if you're in England, or if you're in Ireland, or if you're in Australia or New Zealand, you can join us, okay? You can find the one that fits best into your schedule, and you can join us, okay? So I hope you will. If you're interested, comment the word waitlist below, and I'll add your name to the waitlist.